Hey guys, check this out. I took a plain t-shirt, a plain men's t-shirt, and made it into a wrap vest. And this is really cute. It'd be nice for the spring or summer. I mean, think about it. It's actually a wrap shirt or vest that I made with a plain t-shirt. And I'm going to show you guys how I did it. Okay, so you want to get a t-shirt that's 1 or 2 sizes too large, like larger than the size you normally wear. This is a medium, but I'm just doing this for the sake of the video. Okay, so what you want to do, cut off the neckline. Make sure you don't just cut like this. You go around it and cut it all the way around, and then find your center. You can eyeball it or you can iron it to make a line, and you cut straight down the center. What I mean is when you cut it like this. And you see that little seam? Cut right below that seam. Right below that seam. Okay, now cut the sleeves off. Cut right inside of the sleeve, right inside of that seam. Like that. Cut both sleeves off. Okay, now you're gonna cut some off of the bottom. Make sure you line it up as best you can. Some of these shirts aren't perfectly straight. A lot of t-shirts aren't. So just make it as straight as you can. And if you want it longer, cut off less. You can make it up maybe 6, you can cut it to about 6 inches if you want, which would be this ruler. I'm going to do 4 because I want it to be a little longer. So just take you something straight if you don't have a ruler, something with a straight edge, and make a line, and then just cut across that line. Okay, so you want to make 1.5 to 2 inch strips. You can make them a little wider, but I'm going to do 2 inches. So because I cut 4 off, that's like easy math. Make that as even as you possibly can and cut it to make 2 separate pieces. Okay, mine still has this edge on it. I mean, it's a t-shirt after all. If you cut more than 4 inches, then you'll have enough clearance to be able to cut the seam off. Because I didn't. I'm just gonna leave it on there. We're gonna take these to the sewing machine and make a seam straight down. If you're hand stitching, just make a stitch close to the edge and go all the way around the long edges of both pieces. And we're also going to finish the edges on the t-shirt. What you do, you take the neckline, fold it under maybe a 1/2 inch or so, and do that on the neckline, down the front, the bottom, and the armholes. Do all sides. Once you sew up the whole tie, when you get to one end, close off that one edge. Close it off, and then you can clip this little area down a little bit. Okay, so you have long seams like this running down both of your straps. You can, I only put black, use black because, you know, I want you to see it. But if you want to leave your edges exposed like this, then try to find a thread that's the same color or similar. I have a loop turner, so I'll just flip mine inside out. So if you have a loop turner, you can do that, or leave the edges raw. This is how my straps look, flipped inside out. and then you would take it to the machine and you sew them flat along with all the seams on the vest. Okay, so I finished doing all the edges. Like I said, down the front, hem the bottom, run a seam around the armholes and the neckline. And then I press my seam. Y'all, if you all are starting to sew, if this is, even if your hand's sewing, I don't care what you're doing. When you sew down a seam, when you hem a seam or make a seam, press your edges, press them, press your seams rather. Nothing makes something look more homemade than not pressing your seams. Press in between. Don't just try to sew the whole thing and press. You have to press it at intersections before you sew across, if that makes sense. Okay, anyway. So now, we made the straps, we hemmed it, we cut it, everything is done. I'm going to measure up about 5 inches. You can do 6, I'm going to do 5 since this is kind of short. And when you find your 5 inches on each side from the bottom, this is not super even. Act like it is, all right? Okay, so once you find your measure up 5 cents from the bottom, flip it to the inside, right on the inside. I don't know why I'm stumbling over my words. And then you just pin it to the very inside, right by the front area. And do the same with the other one. Like so. Then go and sew these two, attach them to the top, to the vest. Okay, so I attached my straps to the inside. Now what you want to do is determine which side you want to make you're going to make a little teeny hole because this strap wraps around you, but one side has to feed through one side to go around. So I'm going to do it on my right side. I'm going to measure up 6 inches. And this step, you guys have to be really, really careful. Just because t-shirt material is fragile, it's knit. So when you make your snips, make it very, very small, because if you don't do that, it will most definitely open up way too much. So I'm going to do just a little, maybe like a 1/4 of an inch snip or less. Okay, like I said in the beginning of the video, this is a medium. The black one that I made in the beginning was a large. So this is not a wrap shirt on me. This is just a vest, but just for the sake of demonstration, I want to show you the little hole that I made on the side. This is the strap. The opposite side is the strap that you would, it's like a wrap dress or skirt. You pass that through, bring it around, take this side, bring it around, come back around, and tie your bow here, like so. It's actually cute like this. You can wear it open. Let's see. Open like that. If it was longer, like the black one I did in the beginning, I would tie it on the side, or you can still tie it in the middle or either side. Okay, guys, so that's it. Plain t-shirt. You can take like a graphic tee or cut maybe a square out of a graphic tee and sew it on the back. Will be cute. You can embellish it or put little patches on it out of a plain t-shirt. So I hope you guys make this. Let me know if you do. Tag me. I would love to see it. Hope you got something out of this. Thank you.